G'day, my name's Robert Gowdy and welcome to this week's video. This week we're going to look at how I assess businesses and what I don't look for and what I do look for. If you found our video series informative and helpful, please subscribe to the channel, that'd be great, and for those that have already subscribed, thank you very much for your support. So what am I looking for and what am I not looking for? In a world with so much information being funneled through to us in so many different directions, whether it's the phone, the TV, the iPad, the PC that I'm sitting on at here, there is so much information out there, but none of that information, without finding the right information, can translate into knowledge, and knowledge that you can use to then make investment decisions. So from the starting point, if we go to the presentation now, the amount of information, just the news. This is the Alan Cole on the ABC News. If we didn't have the movements in the markets on a day-to-day basis, there wouldn't be really much to talk about. So that makes it always very newsworthy. And for the general public and for the media, the more negative the news is, the often better it sells. So a dip in the market or bad news for a company is going to be reported more readily than good news. Then flowing through to our phones. And I'm guilty of this because I love watching the share market. It's part of my work, it's my hobby and my passion. So I enjoy keeping an eye on the businesses that I follow and that I own. But we can get this funneled through us on a daily basis and only have a 20-minute lag time. So again, the information is so much there. But what I want people to focus on is not the share price of a stock, not the where the index is at, the All Ords, the S&P 500. What I want people to focus on is starting to understand the actual business itself. And one way of doing that for the Aussie share market, you can go and do a search for ASX announcements, and that's where it'll take you through to a page, and you can go and start to look at a particular company. The company I've brought up here on the left after doing a search on the ASX is Magellan Financial Group, run by Hamish Douglas and his team. So I've just got a quick snapshot here off the screen, which in a very short amount of time we can see we've got a change in directors' notice. So this is where the directors have an obligation to disclose when they're buying and selling securities in the business or other related entities. So I find it's always very valuable to find out what the directors are doing. If they're feeling very confident and buoyant about their business, there's every chance they're going to be buying it. And Hamish Douglas did that in spades during the GFC, when the share price got as low as sort of mid-30s, 30 cents. It just hit $40 late last week. But more importantly, here's the interim results for the previous half year. So that's where you can go in and read what the directors are saying, and you get a clear understanding of what the business is doing, what might its future prospects be, and what happened for the previous 6 or 12 months, depending on the reporting time frame. So for me, that's where the value is. And if you understand businesses at a higher level rather than just focusing on a graph, to say, it's gone up, I won't invest. The graphs are not going to give us any indication of what's going to happen in the future. I'm not a chartist or a technical analyst. I base my research on the fundamentals, what the business is doing, what sector it is, what is its future. So I'd recommend you focus on understanding the businesses. When you understand a business at a much higher level, that will give you more confidence to invest appropriately if you think the business is of high quality. I hope that's valuable. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, that'll be great. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week.